What if the reason you feel tired, foggy, and weak isn't because you're old, but because your arteries are begging to breathe? For years, John, a 72-year-old retired carpenter from Ohio, blamed his low energy on age. He didn't complain, he just slowed down. First, he stopped walking his dog, then he stopped climbing stairs. Eventually, he stopped joining his wife on Sunday church. He said it was just getting old. But what if aging wasn't the enemy? What if what's draining your energy, your clarity, your confidence is something far more silent and far more fixable? The truth is, every 36 seconds someone in America dies from a heart issue, and yet, sitting quietly in your kitchen right now could be 3 natural ingredients that, when combined the right way, don't just improve blood flow, they help restore who you were before you started to disappear inside your own body. This is not about trends, it's not about expensive pills, it's about science-backed, time-tested remedies that your doctor probably never told you about. And the best part? They're simple, they're safe, and they work faster than you'd think. So before you give up, before you tell yourself this is just how life is now, give me a few minutes. Let me show you what's possible. You've probably used garlic in your kitchen for years. But what if I told you that the same clove you chop into your pasta sauce could actually open your arteries, lower your blood pressure, and save your life? Let me take you back to the story of George, a 70-year-old former firefighter from Kentucky. He came to me exhausted, his hands were cold, he had to stop and catch his breath just walking up the driveway, and his doctor had just mentioned the words early-stage arterial plaque. George didn't want heavy medications, he just wanted to feel like himself again. That's when we talked about garlic. Not pills, not supplements, real raw garlic, crushed, rested, taken properly. See, garlic contains a compound called allicin, one of nature's most powerful vasodilators. But here's the catch. Allicin doesn't exist in garlic until you crush it and let it sit for about 10 minutes. That crushing releases an enzyme reaction, creating allicin, the key to garlic's cardiovascular power. And what does allicin do? It helps blood vessels relax and widen, which means your heart pumps with less resistance. Oxygen gets to your brain, hands, and feet faster. There's something poetic about it, isn't there? Something sharp and pungent becomes medicine when handled with patience. But this isn't just theory. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that aged garlic extract didn't just slow arterial plaque, it actually helped reverse it. That's not just a maybe, that's science. For George, we started simple. Each morning, before eating anything, he crushed 2 cloves of raw garlic, let them sit, then swallowed them with warm water. The first week, he said the taste was terrible, but by week 2 he started noticing something. His energy came back. He didn't feel winded walking to the mailbox. By week 4, his doctor couldn't believe his cholesterol levels. No statins, no drugs, just consistency. And here's the beautiful part. Garlic doesn't just clear what's already there. It helps calm the inflammation that causes future buildup. Inflammation is like a fire inside your arteries. Garlic helps cool that fire down. It's also antibacterial, antiviral, and even supports brain health. Some studies suggest garlic may reduce oxidative stress in the brain, lowering the risk of memory loss and cognitive decline. But let me be clear, you need raw garlic, not cooked. Cooking destroys most of the allicin. So here's the golden rule. Crush 2 or 3 cloves, let them sit 10 minutes. Take them with warm water, on an empty stomach. Yes, the flavor is strong. Yes, your breath won't smell like roses, but clean arteries, clear mind, a heart that doesn't have to fight so hard. That's a trade worth making. George went from fearing the worst to planting tomatoes with his granddaughter again. Not because of some miracle drug, but because of a small morning ritual that brought him back to life. If garlic is the cleaner that clears the path, then ginger is the spark that gets your blood moving again. I want to introduce you to Martha, a 74-year-old retired school teacher from Arizona. She came into my office one winter wearing gloves, not because it was cold, but because her hands were always freezing. She used to walk 2 miles every morning, but recently she said, "I can't even walk to the corner without feeling winded." What we found wasn't surprising: poor circulation, elevated inflammation markers. But what struck me more than her test results was what she said next. "I just don't feel like myself anymore. I feel like a slower version of who I used to be." That's when I brought up ginger. Not the powdered kind in cookies, but fresh, raw ginger. Just like garlic, ginger contains bioactive compounds, especially gingerol and shogo, that work as natural vasodilators. They help relax and expand blood vessels, letting your blood move freely again. For someone like Martha, whose blood was moving like traffic in a jam, ginger was the green light. She started each day with one simple ritual. She sliced a thin piece of fresh ginger, about the length of her thumb, steeped it in warm water like tea, and drank it on an empty stomach. In the first few days, she didn't notice much, but by week 1, her hands weren't as cold. By week 2, she could take her daily walks again without stopping. By week 3, her voice had energy, her face had color. She smiled and said, "I feel like my brain woke up." Let's break this down simply. Ginger helps thin the blood slightly, supports healthy heart rhythm, and increases blood flow not just to the heart, but to the brain, extremities, and even areas tied to performance and vitality. A 2019 study in the Journal of Cardiovascular Pharmacology showed that ginger significantly lowered blood pressure and improved arterial flexibility. Another study in 2021 found ginger could reduce blood clot formation, key for stroke and heart attack prevention. But ginger's benefits go beyond circulation. It improves digestion, supports liver function, boosts immunity, and helps regulate blood sugar, a major plus for anyone managing diabetes. It also reduces inflammation, easing joint pain and muscle soreness. Martha had no interest in pills or complicated regimens, but this was something she could do. Simple, daily, effective. And that's what I want you to hear. You don't need a cabinet full of medications to feel better. Sometimes, all it takes is a few slices of a root your grandmother probably used too. 1 cup each morning, 10 minutes of peace, and slowly your body remembers how to move again. If you've been feeling stiff, cold, or foggy, ginger might just be your new best friend. Because the truth is, the flame inside you hasn't gone out, it's just been waiting for the right spark. Garlic clears the path, ginger gets your blood moving, but lemon is the quiet guardian. It doesn't shout, it doesn't burn, it works silently, protecting, purifying, restoring from deep within. Let me tell you about Frank, a 76-year-old retired mailman from Pennsylvania. He came to me not with chest pain or leg cramps, but with something harder to describe. "I feel like I'm here, but not really here," he said. He felt heavy, foggy, tired in his bones. His tests showed borderline high blood pressure, sluggish digestion, and early signs of metabolic slowdown. He was still active, still eating well, but something was off. That's when I asked about lemon. He chuckled. "You mean like in my water?" "Yes. But not just a slice on the rim of a glass. Used correctly, lemon becomes one of the most powerful natural detoxifiers for your arteries and your entire system. Why? Because lemon is loaded with vitamin C and polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that fight oxidative stress. That's the damage caused by poor circulation, toxins, and inflammation. Think of oxidative stress like rust on your blood vessels. Lemon is what helps polish them clean. Studies show regular lemon intake can reduce arterial stiffness, lower blood pressure, and help break down cholesterol deposits. But lemon's magic doesn't stop there. It also supports liver detox, enhances cellular hydration, regulates pH balance, boosts immunity, increases absorption of garlic and ginger's nutrients. For Frank, the change began within a week. Each morning he squeezed the juice of one fresh lemon into a cup of warm water. He sipped it slowly, on an empty stomach. By week 2, he said, "I don't feel so heavy anymore. It's like my body's breathing easier." His digestion improved, his brain fog lifted, even his skin looked brighter, and more impressively, his blood pressure shifted, his cholesterol profile improved. But most of all, he felt clear, present, light. Too often we underestimate simple things. We think healing comes in a bottle, but sometimes the best medicine is a fruit we've been walking past in the grocery store for years. That small yellow fruit could be your body's best friend. One lemon, one glass, one simple ritual to start your day clean, calm, and clear. You've now met the 3 heroes: garlic, the cleaner; ginger, the mover; lemon, the protector. But here's what most people miss. It's not just what you take, it's how and when you take it. Let me tell you about Carol, a 69-year-old widow who came to me with a notebook full of supplements. She had tried everything. Nothing stuck. She looked tired, discouraged, and when I asked her why she kept trying, she said softly, "Because I still believe my body wants to feel alive. I just don't know how to help it anymore." I told her she didn't need more pills. She needed one simple ritual. One glass that tells the body, it's time to wake up and heal. Here's how to make it. Crush 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. Let them sit 10 minutes. Grate a 1-inch piece of fresh ginger. Squeeze the juice of 1 lemon. Add everything to half a cup of warm water. Stir it, blend it, strain it if you like. The key is this: drink it slowly, on an empty stomach. Warm water helps absorption. An empty stomach gives direct access to the bloodstream. Carol made this her morning gift to herself. Quiet, intentional, no rush. By week 2, she was sleeping better. By week 3, her energy returned. By week 4, her blood pressure was down and her mood was up. She told me, "It feels like I'm giving my body a gift each morning." And honestly, that's exactly what it is. No magic, no miracle, just real food in real form, taken in a way your body understands. So if you're ready, tomorrow morning, let this be your first act of self-care. 3 ingredients, 10 minutes, 1 life-shifting ritual. How soon will I feel something? That's the question I get the most. And here's the truth. Real healing happens slowly, and then suddenly. Let me tell you about Harold. Harold was 71, former mechanic, high blood pressure, always tired. He didn't trust quick fixes, but he agreed to try the tonic, garlic ginger lemon, once a day, for 1 month. Week 1, subtle changes. Day 5, his hands weren't as cold. Day 7, he stopped hitting the snooze button. His afternoon naps, gone. Week 2, brain fog lifted. He followed conversations. He slept deeper. He walked farther than usual. Week 3, no more heavy legs. Stairs felt easier, even his confidence returned, quietly. Week 4. His doctor was shocked. Best blood pressure in years. Improved cholesterol panel, but most importantly, Harold said, "I'm not just surviving anymore. I'm showing up in my own life again." That's what I want you to know. Yes, the tonic helps open arteries. Yes, it reduces inflammation. Yes, it restores energy and clarity. But more than that, it gives people their power back. In your first week, you might feel lighter mornings, warmer hands, sharper focus. By week 2 or 3, deeper sleep. By week 4, real numbers, real changes, real relief. This isn't a quick fix, it's a steady return to strength, one morning at a time. So wherever you are now, stuck, sluggish, discouraged, know this: your body still remembers how to heal. You just have to give it the chance. If you've made it this far, I want to say something important. You're not done, not even close. Maybe you've felt defeated lately, like your body is slipping faster than your heart can accept. Maybe you wonder if your best days are behind you. But I want you to hear this, gently, clearly. Your age does not define your strength. And your body is not broken. It's just waiting for you to come back to it. Garlic, ginger, lemon, they're not magic. They're reminders that healing can begin quietly, with a decision and a warm glass. You don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to show up for yourself each morning. Let your body do what it's been trying to do all along: heal. So tomorrow, when you wake up, make the tonic. Drink it slowly, breathe deeply, and with each sip, tell your body, "I haven't given up on you." And if this resonated with you, even a little, drop a comment. Say, "I'm starting." When we share, we connect. When we connect, we grow stronger together. If you want more simple, science-backed tips for aging with strength, clarity, and confidence, hit subscribe. Join this growing community of people who are not ready to fade away. You're still here, and there's more life ahead.